Justice doesn't always come in the way we expect. Sometimes, it takes the form of something dark, delivering suffering and pain on its own schedule. The punishment isn't always equal to the crime, but rather to the pain inflicted. That's what 17-year-old Ethan Anderson and Connor Saxton heard a man muttering as they stepped into what looked like an abandoned house in Crescent Valley, Nevada, on July 21, 2009. The words sent a chill through them, making them exchange uneasy glances. They had just turned to leave when the man called out, "Well, if you're coming in, then get the hell in here. What are you waiting for?" Earlier that day, the boys were out in the desert shooting their .22s for fun when they spotted the house in the distance. Curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to check it out. As they ventured further inside, they found an old man confined to a wheelchair. What they didn't expect was for him to start recounting a dark and unsettling story from his past, one that would haunt them long after they left. Connor had been recording on his phone the entire time, capturing every word the man spoke. This is the transcription of that recording. "Get over here. I'd ask what the hell you're doing here, but it doesn't matter. Sit down, boys. You're about to hear something no one else ever has. Whether you believe me or not, I don't care. I don't have much time left on this earth anyway. We're raised to believe certain things, some true, most not. We're taught that hate is wrong, that it holds us back. But hate can be a fuel, the very thing that delivers justice when karma fails. And sometimes, the innocent get caught in its wake. For too long, people have committed terrible acts and walked away unscathed, leaving destruction in their wake. Only the good die young. That saying seems truer than most realize. But me? I found a way to pull something out from the blackest corners of hell itself. I was just 13 when my mother abandoned us one night. She left my father and 3 siblings behind, gutting us to the core. That night, a seed of hate was planted inside me. My father was never the same afterward. He tried to hold on, but a year later I came home from school to find him slumped against the wall, his Colt .45 still clutched in his hand. The wall behind him was splattered with blood and bits of bone. I fell to my knees, shaking, as I picked up a note lying beside him. It was from my mother, the one she left behind the night she disappeared. As I read her words, I fought back tears. She had been having an affair for a long time and decided to run away to start a new family. The moment I finished reading, something inside me shifted. A deep, burning hate filled me. Then, darkness. I lost consciousness and woke up only to the sound of my little sister's terrified screams. Taewan's. She had just walked into the room and found our father's lifeless body. That was when I first noticed it, the dark spot in the corner of my left eye. I rubbed at it, thinking it was just something in my vision, but it wouldn't go away. One of my other siblings must have called the police because soon enough, they were lifting me off the ground, pulling me away from my father's body. As they questioned me, I tuned them out, muttering the same words over and over under my breath, burn in hell, while picturing my mother's face. Afterward, my siblings and I were separated. My youngest sister and I were sent to live with my father's brother and his family on their farm in Oregon, while my other 2 siblings were sent to Northern California. I hadn't seen my uncle since I was 8, but my father had always spoken highly of him. That gave me some small comfort. But me? I didn't care about anything anymore. I felt nothing except a burning hatred for my mother. I fantasized about running into her, staring her in the eyes, and strangling the life out of her. For the better part of a year, I kept to myself, doing what was expected but never really engaging with anyone. As the days passed, the hate inside me grew, and so did the dark spot in my vision. It was no longer just a mark, it had begun to take shape. Then one summer day, I witnessed something that changed everything. I was out in the field checking the irrigation when I heard laughter. I turned to see 3 jocks from my school chasing a smaller boy across the field. They caught him, knocked him down, and began beating him with a thick branch. I was about to run over and help when, suddenly, my mother's face flashed in my mind, and a familiar rage surged through me. The dark spot in my eye twisted and stretched until it formed something impossible, something unnatural. Then, just like that, it vanished. Before I could make sense of what was happening, I heard one of the jocks scream, "What the hell is that?" I turned just in time to see a shadowy, clawed hand wrap around his throat. A sickening snap filled the air as his body crumpled to the ground. The second jock barely had time to react before the hand took him next, breaking his neck just as swiftly. Then, the third boy. The boy who had been attacked sat there, frozen in terror. And then, to my horror, the hand grabbed him too. His lifeless body hit the dirt, and the hand disappeared, just as suddenly as it had appeared. I gasped, my mind racing. I should have felt something, fear, guilt, anything. But all I felt was that same burning hate. No one would believe me if I told them the truth. And I knew, deep down, that whatever I had brought into this world could not be trusted. That night, I made my decision. While the house slept, I packed what little I had, kissed my sister's forehead, and slipped out through the bathroom window. I didn't have a destination, only the knowledge that I had to keep moving. I walked for hours along the dark highway before a trucker picked me up, giving me a ride to the California border. From there, I kept walking, eventually stumbling upon an old, worn-down house on the side of the road. It was abandoned, so I decided to stay the night. That was when I had the dream for the first time. Someone covered my face with a black mask, suffocating me. I thrashed, gasping for air, and woke up to find the shadowy hand hovering above me. My throat ached as if it had been strangling me in my sleep. The hand vanished back into my eye, but I knew then. I had unleashed something I could never take back. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more spine-tingling horror stories. Your support helps us keep the darkness alive. Thanks for watching.